Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of Lee Country Outdoors. Today we're going to be talking about hats. My hats. I've always worn a black western hat. I've tried on different colors, brown, sand, tan, whatever you can think of. Definitely not a white hat person at all. So my wife and children have told me that I'm definitely a black hat guy, so that's what we're going to stick with. Today I'm going to give a shout out to a hat maker, but that's going to be here in a little bit. So I'm going to go over the hats that I've got. I've only got 3, okay? Most people say, why do you need 3? Well, I'm a hat guy. I like hats. Okay, some people like cups. Some people like collecting shot glasses or whatever. I don't collect hats, but it's just me. I find a good hat, and it's hard to pass up. Okay, so the hat I have on today, this is an old Stetson I've had for, I don't know, close to 10 years now. It's a 4X fur felt combination. 4X is about the lowest I will go as far as an X rating on a hat. The higher up the X rating, the better it's going to feel as far as what it feels on the outside, the crown, and it's also going to cost you more depending on your X rating. So this is an old felt hat. It is a buffalo. Is the American Buffalo collection, okay, from Stetson. And like I said, I've had this hat for almost 10 years now, if not more. So this is my going to work hat. When I'm driving a gas truck, it's cold or it's rainy, this is my go-to hat, okay. I started cowboy action shooting with this hat, wore it a few times, and it was okay, but I had another hat that I call my going out hat. So let's trade off. Second hat. This is a Rodeo King. 6X rating as far as your fur felt combination. Got this from Boot Barn in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Like the hat. It had a shovel brim, which when you look at the hat, it actually was like this. Okay. And the crown was actually a cattleman's crease, where you had the sides go in, and then it's pointed 2 ribs right here on top. I don't like wearing that. I'm more of a flat top or a gambler style, which is what this is. Okay. This hat band actually come off the first hat, and I replaced the hat band on that with a black ribbon, okay, or black what they call tape in the cloth world. So it's about 1/2 inch wide, 1/2 to 3/4 inch wide. This right here is a horsehair band that I put on this hat. The people at Boot Barn, I told them I want it reshaped. They do that free of charge when you buy a hat. So, to make mention, the old Stetson over here, it costs like $160 brand new. I redone the crown on it also. Okay, so this one right here, they actually flattened the brim out some, not all the way like I wanted to. I like kind of a flatter brim. Okay. A lot of people want it curled up or dipped low in the back, or whatever your style is, that's up to you. I'm not one of those people. I like kind of a flat brim. So anyway, I brought the hat home. I didn't really like the brim they had done on it. It weren't flat enough for me, so I took it upon myself to go on YouTube and see what the best way was to reshape a hat. Well, according to what some of the guys were saying, I don't have a steamer like they do at Boot Barn, so that was out of the question. So what I done, I took a pot of water, got it boiling really good, and a lot of steam coming off. And what I done, I put the hat over the steam. Okay, I shaped the brim like I wanted to, and right beside my stove, there's a countertop on both sides. So what I ended up doing was holding the hat over the steam, letting it get not soaking wet but good and damp, and then I would put it on the countertop and flatten it out more and more, and gradually. It was not a quick process, it was gradual. Also with the crown, I done the same thing. I shaped the crown like you see it. This is what they call a telescope. I actually sunk it in all the way in and then pushed up through the middle right here, pushed it back up. Okay, so this is what we call a telescoping crown. Okay. This is like a 4.5 to 5 inch crown. The brim is like 4 to 4.25 inches wide. Okay. Got my little sass cowboy back there. This is the one I've been using for cowboy shooting, and my going out hat when me and my wife go out to eat. So it's done me well. So to go to my next hat, years ago I was a Civil War reenactor, and we went to, I think it was the Battle of Spotsylvania. It was the 150th anniversary, and it was either Spotsylvania or Chancellorsville. It's been many moons ago. So anyway, there was a company there called Clearwater Hats. They were up from Arkansas. They traveled all the way to Virginia for this event. Huge event. Thousands of reenactors, thousands of spectators, and a bunch of sutlers on the vendor row, and one of them was, like I said, Clearwater Hats. And I had made up my mind I wanted to get one. A bunch of our guys in my unit got one. I think there was like 10 of us that went, and 8 out of 10 bought a Clearwater hat. And they were just great. They were fur hats. They were stiff. They were good quality. I mean, couldn't ask for any better. The people were great. Very nice people. The people were Kay and Bob Burton. Okay. So move forward. We're at the 155th Bentonville, Battle of Bentonville, North Carolina. Clearwater Hats was there, and I had made up my mind I was going to get one. Well, I bought a Clearwater hat and ended up got out of reenacting, didn't need it anymore, sold it, and have wanted a Clearwater ever since. Now I had made up my mind the next hat I get was not going to be a Boot Barn hat. It was not going to be a Country View Western Store from Goldsboro, North Carolina hat. It wasn't going to be anything like that. It was going to be a Clearwater hat, because I knew the quality, and I knew the price would be fair. So with that being said, we're going to unbox this hat. Okay, this is how it came. Okay, Clearwater Hats. There's our phone number. Okay. So this company was started in 1988 by Kay and Bob Burton, okay, in Arkansas. It was originally started by them, okay. Eliza Hatman bought the company from them in 2020. She moved it to Calico Rock, Arkansas. Eliza is a great person to deal with, very nice. It might take her a little bit when you message her, but she's super busy, okay. They have a website, they have a TikTok, Instagram, they have a Facebook, so you can reach them at any point, okay? So since Eliza has got the Clearwater Hat Company in her possession, they have expanded. Used to it was just historical hats. They would do Revolutionary War, they would do tricorns, Civil War, they would do slouch hats, one they had called the Shiloh, which Eliza still makes today. Then you move on to your Western hats. They had the Tucson, they had the planter hat. So they had historical hats is what they dealt with mostly. Well, once Eliza got it, she ended up expanding on that. So now you have Western hats, you have bridal hats, you have custom media replicas. If you got one, you've seen a Clint Eastwood or a John Wayne movie, you say, hey, I like that hat and I want one just like it. You let Eliza know what you want and she would get it done. So, you know, no ifs, ands, or buts. I will tell you this, it's going to take about 8 weeks to get your hat, but you won't be disappointed. Okay, so let's take this one off. And this is what we got. I'll take my box on the floor. Okay, I'm going to turn the light on a little bit, but I'm also going to keep this hat on so it don't blind everybody. Okay, so this is what they call Boss of the Plains. Okay, it's got a gray grain ribbon on it around the crown, stitched around the outside. Okay, their logo is on the inside. Let me get that turned. Okay. This is a cotton liner. The sweatband here is leather. Okay, hand stitched. A bunch of it's hand stitched. Some of it is machine stitched. Okay, so this is what they call the Boss of the Plains. You'll see this on Tombstone, the movie Tombstone with Kurt Russell and Powers Booth and Val Kilmer. you'll see a lot of cowboys wearing this style hat, especially the guy that tells White, watch where you walk, you stupid blah blah blah, and he says he'll fight him right now, and White takes his pistol out of his gun belt and ends up knocking him in the head. That guy had a Boss of the Plains hat. Some of them had the brims turned up, some of them are plain flat. Okay, so when I ordered this from Eliza, it was in June, and the way it works is you have a thin cardboard. Take a piece of thin cardboard, like something like a shirt box that you have under your Christmas tree at Christmas. Okay, that kind of, not notebook paper, but it's like that kind of thick, enough it'll hold a shape. Okay, so what you want to do is you're wanting to cut out the shape of your head to where you want the hat to ride, which is right above your ears. Okay, you cut out the shape of your head. There's a questionnaire that you fill out on their website, and they have upgraded their website. Gracious plenty. I mean, it is unreal how much they've put on the website since Eliza has taken it over. So on there, you'll print out this questionnaire, and it'll say they'll want your head size, color hat you want, style hat you want, whatever. So when I sent mine in, I sent a cutout of my head. If you got real thick hair and you want a hat that's going to fit, you know, me, I like to keep my hair cut short. And when I sent my cutout of my head in, I actually cut my hair, because I knew if I had not cut my hair and I let it go, then the size would not be like I want. And then when I did cut my hair, the hat would flop back and forth, and you don't want that. You want it so it's going to fit and fit just as close as possible. So you send it in. You tell them what color you want. If you want the grow grain band around the crown, if you want it stitched around the edges, like this is, you can go without. It doesn't matter. Okay. So you send that in to her, and they take check, money order, or PayPal, or credit card, whatever you want to do. Check with Eliza and make sure what payment you're going to send, so she's not waiting on her money. So, like I said, this is the Boss of the Plains, and when I sent mine in, I wanted a 4-inch crown and a 4-inch brim. I'm not a very big guy. Me wearing a 5 and 6-inch crown, you know, it's just, it ain't gonna work. You know, you got a 3.5-inch brim with a 5-inch crown. To me, somebody my size, just me, it doesn't work. Other people, they might look great in it. You know, I've got a couple of friends, they can put a hat on and it's great. You know, it's fantastic in whatever hat they wear. So, but anyway, so Clearwater Hats down in Arkansas. It's still a little bit tight. I haven't worn it a lot since I've had it. I have worn it to a Cowboy action match one time, and I will be wearing it this coming Saturday, next Saturday, to the next Cowboy action match. So this is a very nice hat. I went to a show in Fort Mill, South Carolina with my mother-in-law and my daughter-in-law 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I actually had one of the people come out and say, "Hey, where did you get that hat?" One of the cast members. And I thought he was opening the door to let everybody in. He come out and come right to me and said, "Where'd you get the hat?" So I told him, "This is where I got it from, Clearwater Hats. This is their number, blah, blah, blah." And so he said, "I've been looking one like that for a long time." He said, that's a nice looking hat. And before it was all said and done, before we left that night, I had 2 other cast members say they really liked the hat. So if you're looking at getting a hand blocked, and they do it by hand, this is not factory done, this is hand blocked. Each one is hand blocked. If you're looking for a hand blocked hat, and this was 100% rabbit, that's stiff, that's going to stand the test of time, that is that'll put you in whatever character you want to be, whether it be Western, Civil War, or whatever, then get up with Eliza at Clearwater Hats. She does great. I think she's got one more other person working with her, but other than that, you can't beat it. So, Eliza, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. This is a great hat, and I've had a lot of compliments on it. So, thank you for watching. Like I said, if you're looking to get a hat, Clearwater Hats down in Arkansas. speak to Eliza, shoot her an email, shoot her a text, whatever. She'll get back to you ASAP, and I promise you won't be disappointed. So that's my video on the hats I've got. This will probably last me the rest of my life. So, but if I ever do get another one, it's going to be from Clearwater. So, and it will be black. So thanks for watching. That's my YouTube video today on the hats I got, and a plug-in for Eliza down at Clearwater Hats. So y'all have a great day. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Feel free to comment. We'll take them all day long. So you guys have a good weekend, and we'll see you next time.